Hola España, bienvenidos a todos al sitio RTVE Blogs. We are so excited to review the winner of Benidorm Fest 2025. It is that diva, Esa Diva Melody. She topped the public vote, came third with the jury, and our girl is headed to Basel. Devon!
Hey you guys! Hey William!
Should we watch and react? Let's do this! You guys, she was of course a fan favorite coming into this. We reacted to her previously to the studio cut, but this is the first time I am watching her performance live. Because last night was busy, we had 6 shows, so I did not catch up. All right, and before we get into this, the lyrics go something like this. A simple diva, like a mere mortal, a diva steps on no one to shine. Her voice makes her great. What more? If she is free singing like a fish in the sea. A diva is brave, powerful. Her life is a garden full of thorns and roses. She resurfaces dancing with more force than a hurricane. So this is about being a diva, but being kind, about facing obstacles while still being able to shine. And you don't have to push your stiletto heel into anybody. Just because somebody else is successful doesn't mean you gotta take it personally. That seems to be the vibe she's giving. Hitting pa-lay. Melody.
Oh.
Ooh, Spanish guitar. Oh, she's wearing a hat.
On a plinth?
Blocking the sun that is not there. Giving Melania Trump.
Oh, descending.
Oh, she's being lowered. Okay. It's like the corpse bride. Yeah, show that face.
Oh. There's a lot happening visually.
Our girl is a tarantula. Okay, losing the legs.
Stripped.
It's very dark. I can't really see her. Ah, there we go. Oh! She shed that skin. She is a snake. And she is naked.
It's a bit shouty.
Oh, a throne? Daenerys Targaryen. Queen of Dragon, honey. She is constantly there, the intensity, like a tiger.
Slightly smudged camera work at the bottom of that part.
Like that beat.
Wow, this is full on.
Wow, it's like a hellscape. Oh, his mouth is real close. Okay. This is a lot. This is a lot. She sounds great.
Oh, there's more?
Oh, break, dance break.
Oh, wow.
Why
Camera
not?
trickery as well.
Oh! There is so much happening. Queen takes she is giving birth to music.
Oh, wow.
Oh! Don't break anything, girl. She hit it. She hit the note.
Fireworks.
Oh, vamonos.
Pyro.
Oh my god. Oh, and the throne is spitting sparks.
Can I?
Oh, take flight.
Can I even do that? Oh.
Oh. Wow. Wow. She ended by shaking out the fleas. If our girl had any head lice, it is gone. The throne erupted with sparks, and she gave us a final Dancing with the Stars, Strictly Come Dancing, twist, flourish. Was she a figure skater in a previous life? Because that was incredible. The way she spun around her vertical axis. Look, this is a lot. This is not just throwing the sink at Eurovision viewers. It's throwing the refrigerator, the oven, the bathtub, some hot coals, because this is fire. It's everything. Now, some people will feel like they're being assaulted when you have all these appliances coming at your head. Others will be mesmerized. And this is what's the beauty of Eurovision, right? The beauty of Eurovision is that songs can appeal to lots of different people. They'll turn some people off, but the fact is they get people talking. They start a discussion. And Esa Diva, Melody, she is giving us something to talk about.
Well, congratulations, Melody. This is a lot. So Melody has been singing practically since she was a child. To me, this feels like a career retrospective, like greatest hits in 3 minutes. My God, this girl ascended from heaven, or actually no, descended from heaven, and had a whole rebirth and resurrection on stage, which is a little bit similar to Melody's life. There was a time when she was rumored to have died in a plane crash, and she resurfaced with an album that just smashed into the hearts of everyone and then became a household name all over again after people had grieved her death. Of course, obviously she's alive. It was just a time for personal growth and development. So Diva, by the way, Benidorm Fest was not on my radar this year. I mean, you have to pick your darlings, right? So this was not one of the ones that I had sort of tuned into, but Melody was one of the most talked about names, in the landscape. And this is a little bit too much for me. I just wish that it was a bit more scaled back and she sung it. This just feels like trying to do too much. The song is about a diva the song is about two types of divas, right? You can be a sweet, lovely diva, and you can be petty and cruel and deeply unpleasant. And she relates this by talking about it in the pop landscape where, you can be that. I'm trying to think of a sweet diva. We all know who the nasty ones are. We name no names. But, it's about not needing to trample on others to make yourself look good. I like the message here. It's just a little bit, I just wish there was just a softer delivery. There were moments when she was a little bit too shouty, and moments when I just feel like, slow down. There's just a lot happening. It's changing gears all the time. The dance is changing. At one point, her fabric is being stripped off. It's a lot.
Now, you could say this is a total slay. You could say it's a Eurovision cliché. Now, in that Venn diagram, you want to get in there, right? You want to have just enough cliché to appeal to people and the mass audience, and you want to have just enough special secret sauce that you're a slay. This has certainly a lot to choose from. But let's break this down. The song itself does sound like a song Spain could have sent in the 2000s, the 2010s, or the 2020s. It sort of occupies that genre I'm going to call Eurovision dance song from Spain. Like, I don't know, it gives me vibes of Sophia Kahl. It gives me vibes of Soraya. I feel like there's even the Soraya camera angle where she sort of marches forward with the dancers. We often see the sort of single female plus 4 or 5 dancers, not just from Spain, but at Eurovision more generally. Hey, worked for Helena Paparizou. She won the whole thing. But again, is this of 2025? Sure, there's a place for it, absolutely, but it doesn't feel distinct to 2025. It's sort of cutting through the years. It's certainly dynamic. There is certainly constant change and evolution, and that is important for a Eurovision act. It starts very dark. She descends as Melania Trump with that inauguration cap. And then, it's also giving Corpse Bride. She rips it off. Suddenly she's naked, she's nude, she's exposed, she's bearing her soul. I get the message. Nudity, she's looking nude, nue, because she wants to share herself. And then when she was sitting on that man's shoulders, I was like, whoa, X-rated, because she does look nude. Yeah, and then the throne, the sparks. I do think that perhaps Spain needs to clean this up a little. Sometimes if you put too many ingredients in a salad, it ends up tasting a little. So you take some of those ingredients out, right? Give me the cheese, the anchovy, the gem lettuce, maybe some tomatoes, but I don't need the pickled onions. I don't need the sort of fried pork. I don't need, you know what? You just need to curate the salad. Oh, and by the way, there's nothing wrong with Eurovision cliché. This is a type of song that will be played at Euroclub, that will be played in the club, in Spain. It has radio-friendly appeal. It is something I would listen to walking down the street. I am not hating on this. I like it. I like melody, and I love her voice. My concern, though, is that it may not be competitive at Eurovision. This is a song I like. This is a song I enjoy. I just think at the moment it is giving bottom 5 in the grand final, but that does not mean it's not something to love. Look at Zora from Spain last year. That came 22nd, but it was a huge fan favorite. People loved that. People loved meeting Mary and her man. People loved having interviews with her, seeing her in person, feeling the love. We've got to move away from this notion that the only good aspect of an entry, the only good result is to win. The fact is you can win in many, many different ways, whether that's forging your own career, whether that's meeting producers who can help you in the future put out your music, whether that's showcasing your national culture, whether that's, just touching people's hearts. And I think melody has the ability and the chance to do all of those things. I don't think this is the Eurovision winner. I do think this is right-hand side, potentially lower as it stands, but they can clean this up. They can edit the staging, and then they can push it slightly higher. But look, melody is a blast of sunshine. This is a fun song I want to play again right now.
And in doing a lot as well, it also means that it reads a little bit forced, and then there were moments when the choreography was, her vocals were being sacrificed for a better execution of the choreography, which, if you already don't speak Spanish or don't understand Spanish, then you need the vocals to be a little bit much more soothing and inviting. This just feels a little bit full on for me. Spain, for many years, have had quality entries, fantastic entries, that have struggled to latch on, with the public or at Eurovision, haven't done so well. I mean, Quédate Conmigo was 2012, it was a long time ago. Dancing in the Rain, Ruth Lorenzo was 2014. Of course, Chanel did amazingly well, but that was a real spectacle. And I would even argue, given how well Chanel did and performed at Eurovision, should that have really come third? If you look at the two that scored better than it did, to me, Chanel was better. A whole different conversation. So the point I'm trying to make is that Spain doesn't often get the results that it deserves. So this is just, this is far from perfect, and I'm a little bit worried. Qualification is certain, of course, but we're talking left-hand side of the scoreboard and moving well up into top 10, top 5. Personally, I don't see this track or this entry achieving that result. Many Eurovision fans, we love a show, right? We also love vocals, we love choreography, we love wardrobe, we love production. This clearly has all of that. But like your favorite meal only needs a pinch of salt. This feels like they've given you half a kilo of it. It's just a little bit too much. Scale back, dial back, and just give this that sophisticated polish that is lacking here. Just my 2 cents.
I want to read some comments from the Weeby Blogs website. DDE says, straight to the bin. Rumpelstiltskin says, oh no, Spain, what have you done? Maria says, I like it, but I like Spanish music. I think it's a bit too complicated cultural for the average viewers, and we already have Belgium with dance beats combined with strong vocals. Personally, I think this one has more soul. I do feel like this song is more pure than Belgium in the sense that Belgium has a lot of production going on, so I don't actually know what the pure voice sounds like yet. I look forward to discovering Red Sebastian's voice at the parties. Whereas in this song, I feel like we do get a lot of melody, like the singer melody, because it's not hidden behind so much production. Boo says, so the kitchen sink worked? Bashada says, song has a lot of potential to be played at your nearest Zara store soon. Reach the mass market. Into Dex, are you listening? And this is Ans, and I'm having to put this in Google Translate. Spain clearly has nothing to do with the rest of Europe. We share no similarities. We are not culturally similar to them, and much less with these insults and degradation. We better withdraw from everything to do with this continent and look elsewhere where at least we are respected. Thanks. People love Spain. Can we just say that? Spain is one of the most visited countries in the world every single year because people love Spain. You should not take people's opinions about a specific performance on a specific night as an indictment of their love for your country. That is just not the reality. That is just not the reality. Lloyd says, Melody and her dancers bring the energy and I'm here for it. Refreshing contrast to the likes of Klemen. That is Klemen from Slovenia, giving a very emotional, heartfelt ballad. Some people have said maybe that's a bit flat. And Melody, our girl, is bringing the mountains. Carl says, horrible song, yuck. They had a top 10 potential with VIP, but Spain being Spain decided to go for rubbish instead. Enjoy your bottom 5 again. They never learn. Bo Real says, lots of energy, great performance and vocals. The staging needs to change. It's quite underwhelming, like Angelina Mango's one in Malma. Spain is bringing quality and heart this year. That is a very nice statement. Heart is what I get from Melody. She seems like a very pure person, a really warm character, really nice personality. Can't wait to meet her. In terms of the staging, it was a bit dark. The dancers, maybe they also need a costume change or something. It was just, they almost like ghosts, like demons in the background. And I get that you don't want them to overwhelm her, but because they're there, I think you should use them fully. And it was just, at times they completely disappeared. Actually, maybe we don't need the dancers. What if Melody just did it all herself? You don't have to lift her in the air. She can climb a bull. She can climb something. She's lowered from the ceiling already. What if she danced so low? And Ark says, this is great for what it is, and what it is pure fun. You remember that, when Eurovision was fun. Nowadays, everything needs to be experimental, new, edgy. This woman is singing her heart out, and comments are, well, it's expected that she sings well. Like that's something given on Eurovision. Okay, song is throwback. It's not what Eurovision is today. Who cares? Who are here to have fun? That is a nice statement, Ark. Thank you for that. This is fun. This is giving life and energy, and there is a lot to be said for that. AMESC says, is Diva the most modern song? No. But really, why do we have to care about it? I mean, she can perform it, and her whole presence was not a bland and well-organized choreography. She was really feeling it. At the end of the day, it's the people's choice. Many scream about how Luxembourg's juries saved their final and point their finger to the Spanish public for not choosing the entry they wanted. But in May, we are going to have the same conversation again on how the public should have more power, etc., etc. Personally, it wasn't my favorite, but I'm glad she made it and will certainly dance to her song, Good Luck, Spain. Hey, this is also a fair point. We often complain that the public doesn't have enough of a voice, and here, the public's winner has gone through. Of course, if I recall, Chanel only got 3% of the televote domestically, and then she went on to slay Eurovision. So it goes to the whole point. Do you think the only good result is winning or coming top 5? Or do you think a good result is the people's voice being heard? you know, that's an individual kind of calculation decision. All right, well, that's what we think. What do you think? How are you feeling the morning after the night before? Do you think Melody could win it all for Spain? Where do you think she will finish on the scoreboard? What can Spain's team do to help push this up? Let us know here on WeWe Blogs.
Well, there you have it. Follow WeWe Blogs on Pinterest and we will see you later.
And we'll see you later.
Bye.